Boom, welcome. Welcome, you all. It's Wednesday evening. Ooh, I had a little nap again. I thought, got a stream, I forgot. At the same time, I was doing like a little search about what to paint next. So I thought, I think we should probably do another critter, another kind of critter. I was going to do a Pokemon, but I think more wildlife-based art would always be nice. So maybe a Fennec Fox would be a good one to do again. So I might just do that. Oh, bear with me. Yeah. So yeah. Also, there is also a fox cub I saw, which might be fun to paint. But let me see. I've already got a Fennec in mind. Just making sure that there's not any others. I do like this fox. This fox cub is pretty nice. But Fennec does look nice. Let's do the Fennec. We can do the fox next week. Okay. So, as always, we're gonna smash out a new file. Since we've got loads of space now, loads of it, I can really go crazy on the size now, right? Boom. Pretty big size. Actually, let me just see what sizes I used to do before, because I had no idea what kind of fox study. Let's look at the Arctic fox. That's what I did before. So look at that. Yeah, that's 2000. Yeah, so yeah, looks about right. Looks about right. Cool. So let's copy this Fennec across. Oh wow, that is a big image. It's a very big image. That's me gonna copy it across here. Lovely. And let me keep this one safe on the side, so in case we come back to it. Yeah. Let me load up my PureRef. I want to keep it there as well. In fact, I can probably, the colors look almost identical. Slightly more saturated on the reference. That's the only difference I'm seeing. I'm very tempted to, buy a second monitor which matches this one, so I'd have to like, I can keep it off the screen basically. The other choice I can probably do, yeah, you know what? Let's keep it. I mean, it would be nice to keep it off the screen because I have it on the side. Then I want to look at the color. Okay, right. Let's keep it on there. Let's keep it on there. Let me position everything. Get myself ready to paint this lovely critter. Actually, before I begin, let me just close all few programs down. Oh, actually, I need to send this to the client. Let me just send this over. I remembered I was going to send this today. Oh, what happened there? Content aware note. Copy merged. Scale this down. There we go. Say there you go. Oh, I don't know what size I sent that last time. Let me see. Let's try that again. Oh, I think I saved the image too small there for them. Let me just do 700, 700, 700, 720, 700. Oh, no! It's like, I swear, my keyboard skills are getting worse every time. Hard to see really what. Hard to see what exactly changes were gone from the other. Let me just see what the other. What's the other size? What size was this? That's 800, right? Right. Let me send it back to another 800 because that makes sense. 800. 800. There we go. Oh, yeah. Sending a smaller size versus the original, which was slightly bigger. It's this just makes it better for them to compare. There we go. Close this now. Don't save anything because I haven't changed anything from there. Yeah, Fennec. Let's close this as well. Don't say that. Yeah, I was trying to make some more thumbnails. Not made any thumbnails for my YouTube videos and stuff like that. So I thought, let me just bunch some together. It was pretty handy to have that. Here we go. Gonna let some people know that I'm streaming. Which always do it. Always do that. I think my auto-filling form is not working anymore on FA. That's a bit weird. Oh well. Don't matter anyway. There we go. There you go. Cool. Last but not least, just every time. Let me post this on there and then call it done, and then we can start. There we go, done. Right. Okay. Itchy eyeball. Let me Fantasia. There we go. All right. Just make sure our tablet is set up accordingly, so everything is running fine. Looking good. Looking good. Looking good. Nice. Sure, this tablet is picking up my strokes accordingly, otherwise it can get a bit messy. Right. I think I'm ready to begin. Ready to begin painting this and drawing this out. I see Ravenflock. How's it going, Ravenflock? Just preparing to do a cheeky painting study of this little fox. I wasn't actually going to put it on a separate canvas, but I think sometimes it's best to just put it on the canvas itself and, you know, do that. So here we go. 3, 2, 1, go. Okay, so as always, it was good to start with a nice little grid, right? Nice little space, little grid of order. Get the background in as well, so that's probably starting from that point, and then this one should be pretty straightforward, right? Not even much of a, not much to focus on, but still good. All right, now we begin the Fennec. Yeah. I've not drawn a Fennec in a while, so I thought, let me just do a Fennec because they're pretty cool, right? And the expression on this one's pretty cool as well. I like it. I like the expression of this one. Basically just drawing a structural head out first and then get that done. Everything else is kind of falls into place, you see. Yeah. He's still playing from both sides, so I'm going to try and lower down a bit. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. There we go. There we go. Because we've got the music playing in the background there. I could probably. There we go. So you can still hear me, and you can still hear the music. Now I might just invest in a second monitor. That's a Dell one. I got the Dell one. That's already using for this one particularly, and then get rid of this Samsung one. We're in. Line just about there, I think. Brown line there. Tail there. So see the tail, the ear curves in and goes down that way. So there's a nice little thing going on there. Was like looking for these like landmarks, you see. Certain landmarks that indicate where things can go, right? Makes it easier to draw these things if once you know the landmarks, it gets more easier. Probably sharpen it inwards a bit, maybe a tad bit, maybe. Actually, let's keep that as it is. There we go. So the ear part here, right? So this curves inwards. There's like a slight bump there. So this would curve. It's got a nice little direct curve there, curvature, and this breaks down. Eyes. Yeah. Okay. So we got this. Let's look at the here. So the ear tufts come down further. Mine's a should probably pay attention to that. Around there. Right. The hind leg, I believe. That's the belly. That's probably the belly. The hip. The hip area. It's the hip. And it's the leg itself. There we go. This is a coffee. Coffee. Oh. Remembered I forgot to post somewhere that I'm streaming. Can you believe it? Happened again. To my eye. Eyelash in the eye. It's worst thing to experience. You don't want an eyelash in the eye. It's not good. Oh. Bit extreme. Just realised that Restream is not sending to Twitch anymore. Not Twitch. Sorry, Restream is not sending to Steam anymore. I had my Steam connected as well with Restream to do some streaming on there. I guess it's not working. I have to look into that. Well, it was. A shame. I'm just gonna squeeze this head in just a tad bit because I'm not really. Mine looks a bit. There we go. Just there. That's perfect. That is perfect. Not too Looks look, the head I did was kind of bit widened out, but it looks much better now. Cool. Let's get some of this background stuff sorted as well, because why not? So let me just double check. Let's look at this. Yeah. I was like checking these things. See. I've not been painting like this in a while. It's nice to get back to this kind of relaxation painting, just to unwind. Gives you a bit of stuff to play around with. Like gives me time to experiment as well. So, also recording this for the sake of YouTube. Comes in as a good reference for me to observe my process if I want to change something, or if I want to see where I need to brush up a bit more on, more on the obviously an observation as well, and any processes I can do that could change and make it better. There we go. I don't want to looking at us, because that would just be weird. I don't want Fennec looking at us. Yeah, that's better. Cool. Right. Now we're satisfied with that, we can start blocking in the background. I'm going to start using the general brush for this. It's mostly yellow from looks of it. The values all going to be yellow, mostly yellow and gold. So we're going to be using a lot of this to define this area. I think I picked the wrong brush. General brush, hard round. There we go. Hard round brush. Yep, that's right. But for a moment, I thought I was painting on the wrong layer. I'm like, oh, that better not happen. No. Gold there, so you can see the gold coming through there. Yeah. Build this up. What's going on there? It's a bit of shadow thing going on here, so there's a really dark value here, so I'll probably use that same value that's here. Just mark that in. In fact, what I should do is probably block in the Fennec. So maybe let's find a good mid-tone value. I think that could probably work, right? Maybe just a bit more. There we go. That could work. Hold that for a second. Let's block this little fella in. Oh, pleasure. How's it going? All the images I use, they're all public domain as well, so that's another important aspect of making sure that the images you have or you're using are adequate for what they are. You know, you don't want to be using something that's you know, so that's low, right? So should probably save this as Fennec Study 02. Oh no, no. Let's try 3. 03. There we go, that works. Let's just ping. So we're onto the blocking stage at 15 minutes in, so it'd be nice if I actually get this done on the session. I'd be impressed. I don't see why not. If I time it accordingly without any slowing down, I should be on a roll. A good roll. Yeah, so to be honest, I should be using the Wuther brush for this because the Wuther brush is perfect for this kind of grainy kind of effect. Right, there we go. Look at that. It's banging on. Look at that. Smashing. Perfect. Perfecto. So yeah, I may just, you know what? I think Amazon was selling the refurbed one. I might just get that same screen again, unless there's a better one, or maybe a bigger monitor. Bigger monitor for arting on. I'm not sure. I have to speak to Mr. Lange when he comes back. If he lurks online, maybe I can look into a decent sized monitor which has really exceptional color accuracy. But I mean, all I want is something that matches this screen or better, right? I mean, if it matches this screen, it's even better. If I get the same version, I guess that'll probably answer that problem, right? Answer that problem definitely. You've been well, treasure. You're gonna lighten the shadows here just a tad bit so I can see the underside. You want to see this like gravel, whatever it is, you know, it's gravel. So it looks like it can, you know, reflections can be really good that way. The lighting's not, you know, hitting not completely black. It shouldn't be black, right? So I'm just making this up here, but this area here, I mean, they don't have to be identical, but enough to distinguish the where this fennec is. That's what matters. That is what the principle is for observation stuff, right? So if I did this, or if I just outright copied it, that's fine, but not really learning from it other than copying it, but really seeing the values, color, what's going on here. You see, showing that kind of element, showing what's going on there is what's important, I find. Rather weird, crumbly section here. Yeah. Yeah. Keeping the background separate from the ground, which is good. I'm not really trying to avoid using the opacity trick. Just painting hard color. That's what's it's good, and this texture is actually helping. That just it's helping to create that feel that I don't need to blend. Right, that's the beauty of this hard color approach. Get that warmth back in here as well. Just get that plucked in here. Let's just zoom out a bit. There we go. Boy, I didn't have it fully zoomed back. Let's hide that, whatever that is. "23 minutes in, not bad." Using the I can spend hours doing this floor stuff. It's so beautiful. It's so therapeutic, right? So therapeutic to do these. That. In a minute, I'll check that link in a minute. Whatever was sent there. Once I'm in the zone, it's tricky for me to stop. You see, it's like There. I should go run across there. There you go, like that. Right. Let's see what treasure has sent. Let me see. Let me just do pause. Let's pause. Good. Where's this link? Discord link. I trust it. Oh, my mouse. Why is my stylus keeps? Yeah, my old laptop. The stylus keeps rubber banding me away from one side. Oh, okay. Hmm. In the big house. Hmm. I think treasure needs a bigger room. Bigger room than that. A bigger room. A gigantic room. Looks kind of like my sized room, just minus the uh thingy cupboard. Interesting. What was it in? Oh, I could probably post in that room. Look, I think casuals. Where are they? Some highlights. Ooh. Ooh, there's a thing called Hyper Beam. I have to remember that. There's a which is kind of like a I guess a means of sharing, watching things together, which is really pretty cool. Pretty cool idea. I'll have to give that a try. There's somewhere. Oh yeah, let's post on. Where is it? Ads and signal boosts. Guess I'll post it. I'm sure we won't mind. Yeah, nice. Cool. Thanks, laughter. How's it going? Highs. Hey, you guys. You alright? How are you this Wednesday? Almost said Thursday there. It's not Thursday. Going well. I'm well, thank you. I'm just enjoying the fact that it's Wednesday and well, it's nearly the end of the day and nearly and yeah, I can tell you, I've even forgot what like literally what day it was today. I thought it was like I forgot what number it is. It's 13th. So, but like I always, yeah, I've not been keeping tabs on what's what these days because I'm so normally when I work from home, I like I did go out and stuff, but so far these 2 weeks I've just been indoors. I've not even gone out. I've gone out once this week, and that's it. It's yeah, savage as it is, but I think I've become a hermit. I've literally become a grade A hermit, staying indoors, working, looking out the window, at my garden window, and then closing the curtains, and then here I am, hermit. Yeah, I had a big bushy beard as well. I had a bushy beard growing, but I shaved it off. It's grown again. It's not too bad. I mean, it's short. It's like an inch of hair, but I had like 2 inches of beard, and I yeah, I trimmed it off. It's too much for me. What have you been up to? Trying to like also try and stream on time. I did start 30 minutes late again, which is a shame really, but like I blame food coma. Food coma is always the thing that keeps me passing out. Been slacking. Oh dear. Been taking care of things where I can. Good. 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 Yeah. I've actually started what this morning. I started watching more Blender videos. So I'm gonna try and get back into doing Blender stuff, but it's just trying to find time, and work is keeping me busy. They always want things designed or created, so my energy, my brain power, everything goes into like into work, and obviously it's just like there's not enough time to do learning stuff. Even though the company says don't overwork yourself, but like the deadlines is coming out of the wazoo. I gotta they want stuff done, and I'm trying to get it done. So I'll get wrapped up in that. So I'm trying to like balance it all out, but it's very tricky. It's very tricky to do these things. Yeah, that's why I was streaming. Like I've been yesterday. I did a few life drawing poses. I'm gonna do some more next week. Um, but then I went back to working on that transformation commission. I don't think you saw that picture. It might be on my last recording, which is a wolf character being transformed into a dragoness. So that commission still needs a bit of work. I've only been working on it only via stream, not outside the stream. So that's probably why it's taken longer, because I can only squeeze in time when I'm streaming, and not when not when I'm not busy. So I want to try and work a bit more on that as well outside the stream. Anyway, I'm not going to show that picture again now, because I think showing it too much on a session can get a bit boring. It's like, oh, Zod's working on that picture again. Yeah. Let's go work on something different. So I thought today, let's go back to what I used to do, and I used to enjoy doing, which was, painting critters and stuff. So back to doing some studies of wildlife, a bit more fun, a bit relaxing. All good. And it's good practice. It's good practice as well for color, right? Color practice and stuff. When the way I draw fur, it's just shapes. It's just shapes. It's just shapes. If you see how I do it right now, I'm just looking at shapes. The more you do it, the easier it gets. You start developing this understanding of like, oh, okay, that's going to be that shape. It doesn't come straight away. I can tell you, it didn't come to me straight away. I was like, what am I doing? What am I doing? What is this? What the hell is this? That's the more you do it, you won't notice it. That's the fun thing about it. It's like it just happens because you start to sense these things, and I think that's when you start to realize like, oh, okay, you can now do that, and you're confident at doing it. So yeah, no. Well, thank you anyway. Thank you anyway. I haven't got to the fennec yet, as you can see. I'm just having fun making the background. I like drawing rocks now. I've made my mind up. I don't want to draw fur anymore. I'm just going to draw rocky surfaces because they're fun. Look at these rocks. Look at it. Look at this texture. The texture's amazing. Ugh. This texture is breathtaking. I've not blended anything, and it looks already very like textury, like a gravelly kind of feel, right? It looks kind of gravelly. I like that. See? Oh, look at those rocks. Look at those rocks. Yeah. Good rocks. There's that gap in there because it looks a bit too. There we go. doing like a Bob Ross thing here with his brush, like making the cracks come to life. See, there we go. I mean, I'm going for this for hours, but we've reached 32 minutes in total on making this so far. So let's. I don't want to bore everyone by doing, or anyone that's watching, except from you, that I'm just doing this piddly little rocks. So we can probably take it one step further now. But let me just quickly fill this up here. So we've got something going on here. Yeah, no one likes. Yeah, I mean, it'd be bizarre. Just come to watch me draw some rocks. We're not drawing a fennec today. We're just drawing some rocks. That's it. That's it. We're done. Ship it. Show's over. No more. Yeah, that's it. Thanks for watching, guys. Yeah, thanks for watching. I'm just intrigued as well. Talk for hours, my man. I'll talk for hours. Hey, how's it going, Jay? Jay Pilgrim. Have you been on my session before, Jay? So your name rings a bell. I could be wrong. I mean, people come and go in this stream, and always try to remember people's names. Oh, well, no, you haven't. Okay, yeah. Thank you for the follow there. Thank you very much. Potato. It's a little potato, and it's on its way. And you're probably thinking, why does it say potato? Well, see, the thing is, eventually, this screen will become a VTube kind of thing. You know, one of those things that people do quite often, and it's going to be a potato. It's going to be a potato face. Yes, that's right. But my mugshot will be a potato, drifting around in 3D. You know, painting things. Incredible, isn't it? Incredible. You know, not going to be using my cam anymore, but it will just be a floating potato head. I think I always envisaged it to be that. I even had a friend who made me a VR chat avatar. I don't know if you've heard of VR chat. You probably have. If you haven't, it's a social 3D environment. You know, you can go into VR and stuff. You don't need VR headset per se, but it's really good just to play games on there, chat to people. People have their own avatars, or you can use free avatars. But yeah, someone commissioned me a potato. Yeah, so someone commissioned me. Sorry, someone made me a potato. Someone made me a potato character. So you should try it. You should try it. It's free to try. Just load it up and give it a try. There's some really cool games on there. There's some really great escape rooms. If you like puzzle games, escape room stuff, and jump puzzles and haunted houses and stuff, it's fantastic for that. I highly recommend it. You get the full physics going. Oh, yeah. I only have a Quest 2. I don't have a. I didn't buy an Index because of Brexit. Brexit didn't give me the chance to purchase a headset like that, so I ended up getting a Quest. Quest is good as well. Quest is pretty good. Don't really have time to set it up. Don't really have a setup to do it. Okay, yeah. I'd say if you want to get into VR for the first time, a Quest 2 is fine. I know a lot of people tend to be a bit iffy about using the Quest because of Facebook and stuff. But in my mind, you know, if you don't use Facebook, if you don't have anything to hide, you know, on your account and stuff, it doesn't really matter, does it? I mean, no, I don't really use my Facebook at all, so yeah, it doesn't matter, does it? It doesn't matter. But a lot of people are concerned about data, their personal data and stuff. I don't really care about that, you know. I have nothing to hide. And I don't put important information, personal information on Facebook anyway. So, because like, who would do that? Who would put would you put your personal information on Facebook? No. So you got nothing to worry about. But yeah, always remember, like quite recently, I'm sure you've heard already that, you know, Twitch got hacked recently, didn't it? Someone stole Twitch's code structure. You know how it's all how Twitch works. You know, that's pretty damning. But again, my details on Twitch are not, not sensitive because I'm not an affiliate. I'm not an affiliate. As you can see, I don't make money from anything. I don't need the money. But I mean, if people donate, that's fine. If people join my Patreon, that's fine as well, because I've got a Not Safe for Work Patreon, which is more active because I do Not Safe for Work stuff quite a bit. So that's more active than my Safe for Work one, which is empty because I haven't really paid attention to it. See, I noticed that once people started joining the Not Safe for Work one, I'm like, oh, you know what? I might just keep on doing Not Safe for Work stuff. But yeah, with Twitch, yeah, I didn't really sign up for affiliates, because if I do that, then I can't stream on Picarto, which I'm streaming on Picarto right now, and I'm streaming on DLive, and I'm streaming on YouTube as well. How cool is that? So if at any point if I disappear on Twitch or anything happens to me, you can always find me on YouTube. I'll be there, doing these videos and doing the streams in case anything happens. I'm just saying, if Twitch one day decides to, like, sorry, can't do any more, that's it. You got to keep an eye on these things, right? So I'm just letting you guys know. Get Phoenix eyes in. Yeah. Hey Jay, so Jay, where you from? Might I ask? I always like asking these questions back, bouncing the question back to people, to see where they're from, because, like, I was fascinated. Same with, I think since you told me you're from Europe, right? You're from Europe. I think I vaguely remembered speaking to you, because name rings a bell. Yeah, it rings a bell. It's like, try to remember these things. Yeah, see, I try to remember where people are from. Oh, I was wrong. See, that was wrong. Oh man, how wrong is that? Yeah. Oh man. Oh dear. Dang it! I got it wrong. Damn. Oh. Shoot. Well, shoot. From the US. Gotcha. Okay, I'll remember that next time. America. Yeah, because I always find, because obviously I'm in Europe. I'm in the UK, so I keep thinking that people in the US, it's like, it's still early in the morning, right? They're still probably at work or something. They don't have time to watch me stream and whatnot. That's why I do streams at night. In UK time, I would sometimes do streams at like midnight until 5 o'clock in the morning on weekends. That's just, you're probably thinking that's mad, and it is mad. It's mad. I used to be mad when I used to freelance a lot. I used to work with some US clients, so my sleeping pattern in the UK was backwards. So when people in the UK were sleeping, I would be awake, and when they're awake and I'd be sleeping, then I'd get up at 4 o'clock in the afternoon. That's right, 4 o'clock in the afternoon. Sometimes five o'clock in the afternoon. Have my coffee, whatever, and then do some work around 6 o'clock in the evening, and then work my way up to midnight, and then just work a bit more. UK gang, woo! Glad to know. There's at least one person from the UK. So I'm not the only night shift nutter. Well, actually, I take that back. It's nearly 11 o'clock. It's fine. 11 o'clock's fine. It's 11 o'clock. 11 o'clock's good. It's all good. But yeah, I used to work exceedingly late, and it took a toll on me, because when your sleeping pattern gets wrecked, trust me, it gets wrecked. It's bad. It's very bad, and you know what? Christmas is coming. It's going to get wrecked then as well, because normally, I'm planning to book some time off for Christmas. So I'm probably going to be leaving my workplace from mid-August or early August, and then go back to work in mid-January. So that gap, I'm gonna be like doing like nothing. Just gonna be chilling, gonna be streaming, gonna be eating, gonna be sleeping at weird times. So I'm gonna try and do longer streams as well. That's when it's building up to Christmas. It'll be pretty cool to do that, but we'll see because I'm always the sort of person that tries not to do long streams because you know I don't expect anyone to stay for more than what 2 hours, right? 2 hours. That's a pretty long time. I've seen a lot of streamers that go on for hours and hours, and I think well, how long do people have? How many hours do people commit to these things? I know sometimes it's just an hour or two, or maybe 30 minutes, but doing increasingly long hours can have its toll. And I think it works for games, right? For games, it's fine. For art, it's you got to have a break. There's no way you can paint for good 4 or 5 hours because that'll blow your mind. I used to do that back when I used to do late nights. I used to do a lot of late night stuff, late night painting, and by 5 o'clock, or 4 o'clock, my brain's gone. Like I end up just drawing any old thing. It just looks a bit. Things look a bit silly. The way I look at different time zones, different people getting chances to stop by. Yeah, that's true. That is true. That is very true. People do. It's getting that opportunity for people to come and catch up to your streams, and that's happened before. So, see on my Discord, people always say, "Oh, sorry I couldn't make it to your stream," and I say that's fine. You can always catch the highlights. The recording session, but I don't think anyone wants to see recordings, right? They want to see me live and then interact. The interaction. That's what I want to see. Interaction. That's what technology is about. Interacting. I don't think they want to see a recording of me because that means they can't. They don't want to. They don't want to be just watching some divvy like me just painting away and not responding to them. The only reason I catch Sin's streams is because my schedule's. Oh yeah, if your schedule's buggered, then yeah, don't blame you. Mine was buggered when I was when I was like just crazy when I was doing US stuff. But now I don't do US stuff anymore. Well, my current client I'm working with, they're all in UK, so that's good. I'm thankful for that. So it means I have to get up at 9. Well, actually, I lie. I get up at I get up at 8:30. 8:30. I have a shower and I'm by my desk right here where laptop is by 9 o'clock, and I'll plug in my screen tablet. So I've got a screen tablet as well. So I should be using that for this instead of this. Right now I'm using the. You probably can't. Oh, you can probably see it here. Look at this. Look at these old things. A Wacom Intuos 4. This is like more than 10 years old now. I think it's roughly 10 years old. Bought it for like I think I bought it for like £400. £400, which is what I think about maybe $500, give or take $500. Back then it was expensive. Now it's like worth nothing. It's probably worth £10, £10 or something stupid like that. It's old tech, but it works. And I mean, I'm a sort of person that if it's not broken, why replace it? But the screen tablet, it's an XP Pen screen tablet, XP Pen Artist 12 tablet. It's back in my bag. It was gifted to me as a Christmas present from a follower and a friend. So it's fantastic. It is great to use, but the problem is I can't use the Wacom tablet with this. You can't have the same two tablets running on one machine. It doesn't like it, so it's one or the other. Right, my battery gone. I'm getting up if I stay, so I'm gonna work. Okay, take it easy, Jay Pilgrim. Thanks for hanging out and enjoy your work and stay safe. Stay safe. That's what I say. Stay safe. It's still not clear of the COVID. We're still not clear of COVID yet, so take it easy and take care. Oh, thank you very much, thank you very much. I shall. I'll do my best. I'll do my best. I want to try and get this Fennec finished for the end of the stream. So that's the objective. So I'll try and do it. And if it does get done, I can then probably dump this on YouTube as well as a complete speed paint video with me saying like, "Hey, this is Art of Zod. Welcome to another speed painting study session by yours truly." Well, one thing I'm definitely going to do is going to buy a second monitor. There's the get that intro. Yeah, so what I tend to do, like on my YouTube channel right now, I do have videos on there, and I do reuse elements from the videos. So my outro is always the same because there's no point of me repeating the same thing again and again, right? So the only thing I create, which is new audio wise, is the intro. So, which is doesn't take long, but it can be difficult because you don't want to sound like a complete git, right? And there've been times where I've done a recording and I sound like a complete git, and I do like about at least 5 takes to say like 3 or 4 sentences. It's just crazy. That's how pedantic I am. Like I want to make sure that what I say is right. And I even write a script. This is the things you learn as you go. If you do plan to go down the making YouTube video part, have a script. Always write a script, and it saves so much time, so much effort and pain. Because when I first made a video, I didn't have a script. It was all in my head. So I was trying to say what I think I was going to say, and it just wasn't coming out. It wasn't working for me, and I was like, common sense here. Write a script. So I wrote a script, never looked back, and I'm very thankful for knowing these things, right? The commentary ones are the hardest. The commentary ones are not scripted. They are just a bunch of notes that are written down on paper, or or actually not on paper, but more or less on a document, a Google document. And then as I go through the painting, I just basically just relax and just, as I'm doing right now, tell you what I'm doing. It's like, hey, yeah, so today I'm going to be painting this. I'm going to be doing that. I'm going to move on to the the rendering stage. Actually, there is a painting I'm working on right now this week. I can't stream it yet. Oh, I can't actually. No, I should take it back. I can't stream it at all. I can't stream it at all. But it's been recorded. I am recording it. But when it's done, when it's dusted, when it's approved, I can then, show it off. Basically, show the progress of it. How I made it. So that's gonna be fun. That's gonna be very fun. I'm looking forward to sharing that with. On YouTube and with people that are interested. It's a really, really nice art piece as well. I was meant to work on it tonight. I may work on it tonight, just a bit, but I got that commission to the Dwarf Dragon commission. I want to try and get that one done. So all these little projects that are in the way, I want to try and get done. You see, it's always tricky. There is this saying that every time you start a new piece, right, you get an idea to start a piece, you start it off, and then you get another new idea, and then you start that idea, and you forget about the idea that you was working on before. And that's what happens to me every time. I get all these ideas, and I write them down or draw them, or sketch them down, whatever, and then another idea comes along, and I start drawing that. And I just get carried away. And I end up having all these fantastic ideas, and they're not finished. They're just sitting there doing nothing. So on Sunday, I actually came across some of my older pieces. I was like, oh yeah, I was like, gotta finish that. Could actually work on that. Gotta refine that. So I may have to like make like a decision about going back and revisiting older works and getting them done right. Otherwise, they'll never get done. Okay, so the head's kind of taking looks nice. It's getting there. But let's get this curve done. So that this area here is pretty reddish. So we can probably go in red. Look at that, just bang in some red. Blop. Maybe darken it, look darker red. There we go. There you go. So add a bit of reddish there, reddish tinge. There you go. And then it could probably brighten it back up again with some of that. There we go. This hair is slightly beiged out, so there we go. Is that right? Yeah, that's about right. Maybe a bit more. Yeah, that looks about right. There is a hint of outline of light there, so we will fix that as well. Just gonna darken this up a bit. There we go. I'll quickly graze on some video games talk. So after work today, went back to playing some more Path of Exile, and that's a wonderful game. I'm actually thinking maybe, just maybe, play it tomorrow on my gaming session, because it's Thursday. Well, Thursday's coming up tomorrow, right? And I've completed. I have completed Resident Evil 2, Leon's one, but obviously I don't want to do Claire straight away. It might be nice to just spread it out a bit. So come back to Claire after, but good to try another game or something. So I was thinking maybe play some Path of Exile. That'd be pretty snazzy. Yeah, because I don't know if anyone's played Diablo before, Diablo 2 before. It's basically like that, hack and slash game, but it's so addictive. It's wonderfully addictive, and the lore's pretty good as well. I've been actually reading the lore when playing it, because normally I'm the sort of person that doesn't really bother with the lore, right? Just click on next. Who cares? Just want to kill things. Just want to smash skeletons in the head with a mallet or shoot some arrows which have loads of poison damage and just kills everything, just decimate everything. So yeah, I like to experiment. Playing I used to love playing games like Diablo, and Path of Exile just brings me back to that moment, that good, glorious moments of playing that kind of game, on in the modern times. And it's a free-to-play game. It is a free-to-play game, by the way, so there is that. The other game I may consider playing instead of that would be Deep Rock Galactic, which is a first-person shooter. And the thing about that one is obviously I would have to play it with randoms, and randoms can be a bit of a hit or miss. So I guess this is where I could potentially look for folks that want to play it. So I may do that, but if not, I'll play with randoms, because playing randoms is just as fine. They'll seem to be pretty good. And I tend to just play against. I tend to just find games which are people that have ranked players, which are relatively good, know what they're doing, right? The other game was could play is Phasmophobia, which is yeah, there's no point explaining about phasmophobia, right? If you should probably know, everyone should know what phasmophobia is. So, spookylicious spooks. That light should be more brighter than this. I don't want it to be too bright. Just trying to make sure we got enough lighting and colors that work in terms of what we're looking at. So the range is there. So this needs to be a bit more red. There we go. See, so excuse me. Lighter. There we go. I always like looking at both the reference and color. This is why having both pieces in the same canvas just makes it easier to spot. The original look before I used to do before, how I used to paint before is I used to keep the reference away from this canvas so you can't see it. But the problem is the screen on this side is awful. So I'd end up copying or seeing the color that's not really there. It's not really vibrant. So on this screen, colors are not saturated. They're not really vibrant. They're very dulled out. That's because the screen just doesn't have the maximum brightness to achieve that, and I don't think it has the enough color, enough color range to accurately portray what this screen's more modern than this one, so I think this has more oomph. Well, this old laptop, its trackpad is just buggered. It's just doing some really weird, oh my goodness, like spazzing around like a. I'm not going to touch it anymore because it's really weird. It's spazzing around all over the place when I'm trying to move it. It's like as if it's got on a magnet or something. Anyway, 59 minutes in. We are doing pretty well with this. This looks pretty nice. It looks looking good. So, I'm going to do the tail next. So, there we go. Now I'm not using. Don't want to get too black. I can probably go darker than this, but I want to try and keep. There we go. Yeah, that's better. Yeah, I don't want to go too dark because it ends up looking a bit too black. But I guess this area here would need to be black. That little speck there. Looking at the squinting my eyes as well, which helps a lot. Eye squinting or eye blurring. When you take the focus off your eyes, everything looks all blurry. It's crazy, but this actually helps when it comes to doing these kind of things because you can see colors in the simplest way, and you can see the shapes. That's what I'm trying to look for, the shapes. And like I said, the more you do these kind of things, you start to develop a way to analyze color, analyze shape. And because it's just shapes, it makes it easier. Look, see, this is the shape. So, see? Magic. Add a bit of light here, just a little bit of. So there's a bit of whiteness here. So this might need to cover a bit, just a tad bit. There we go. So we're still blocking in. There's no need to rush to move straight into rendering. I'm going to try and get this as close as possible. That's the objective. And the thing is, even if you manage to block it in perfectly or in a really nice way, you won't even need to blend it. You don't need to blend anything. The actual painting itself will speak for itself, right? You don't need to do anything at all. That's what you want to try and get to. Oh, what's going on here? What did I do that for? There we go. I'm going to dull this one down just a bit. There we go. There we go. So this has a bit of a warm glow here. Bounce, probably some bounce light. There we go. But then we just dull it down this side a bit. There we go. This can be a bit. Whoa, 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 whoa. My pen just going all over the place there. Somewhere. Yeah, that's better. Still trying to find good music. I mean, this music is still the one I use for all my streams, which is hopefully no one's getting bored of it. I was actually planning to just turn it off completely, but how loud? It's not that loud, is it? It's very tight. It's very quiet, so it's not. Hopefully, it's not in the way. It's not in the way of a session. So let me do actually. It is looping as well. So it's a 1 hour 39 minute track as well. So it's just going through the phases. As you said, I'm going to bounce. That bounce from there is what's. Look at that. Boom. I love that bounce. The bounce light. What it's about. So I'm just going to be rough with this in terms of the shape. I'm not going to be too overly accurate on this. This is all about just getting the idea down, getting it all in there, and it's kind of taking shape there, as you can see. It's about getting the observing as well. So observing the colors as well, and as you can see, that looks a bit dull there, so that's fine. We're gonna just put it down a bit. There we go. Right, add a bit more saturation. Look at that. There we go. See, a bit more saturation. Bit of so there is some orange in there. You see, no, some red. Sorry. So I'm adding some red here and there just to give it that extra push in value, and sorry, in color. Sorry, I keep saying value. This is why talking and painting is it's not my forte. This is why I think when I do commentaries, I find it a lot easier because I'm just focused by looking. I'm not really physically doing anything. I'm just talking. But sometimes I do mix my words up. So value is the brightness. You know, black and white. That's the value. You know, the values in between where it gets grey, black, or dark grey, dark grey, grey, light grey, white. That's their values. So And then you have color or hues, as you say, hues. And then saturation is the intensity of the color, the intensity. So we're trying to keep. So as you can see, this is that really intense or dull down. Actually, that's sort of midway to desaturated. So if it was up here, that's if it's this will be, yeah, this color here, this hue here is saturated. It's highly saturated because it's right at the point there, top there. And obviously you have fur here, which is very, very white. But there is hints of red there as well. There's hints of red here as well. I'm gonna try and just, there we go, like that. Even though the reference doesn't have it, it's good to put these things in there. Just it adds a bit more energy to the picture as well. So this is where you can take some ownership of your piece, right? You don't have to just, do as the picture says, because if you just do that, that's fine. But sometimes if you take one step extra to make it really nice, right? It's good. It's good. It's good because you're learning from it, right? You learn. The whole point of this is to learn, not to just copy and paint something. You want to learn. You want to learn from this. So this is why I like doing a lot of these kind of paintings, because I learn from it, and it keeps me thinking. It keeps me thinking about fennec foxes. Pretty cool. I think everyone has watched or has heard of Squid Game, which is a really, really interesting TV series. But yeah, very nice indeed. That story-wise, the characters in there are really cool. I mean, it's gore. There is gore. There is gore because it's kind of like a battle royale kind of series. But man, the characters in there are really, really good. The story-wise, anyway, I like it. Yes, if you've not seen it, I highly recommend it. One of those shows that when the more you learn about the characters, the more you want them to survive and stuff. But obviously, as I said, it's a battle royale kind of thing. So you're bound to know one of them's gonna die, and then it's like, oh, they're gone. It's like, oh, it's just the way it is. Just the way it is. But man, it's a well made series. It's Korean. It's made based in Korea. It's a Korean series as well. It's not yeah, it's not a Chinese or it's not a Japanese based film. It's a Korean based film, and it's done really well. Really well. I'm impressed. Yeah. Gonna clean up this line piece as well, just a bit. Just probably push this back a bit. There we go. Then is what we're doing is refining and blocking in. That's the next step. I'm trying to like keep it sharp as possible with as the line piece. So when I take the line piece away, it should be easier to paint, right? Otherwise, things get a bit hairy when it comes to. I'm still using this rather grainy brush, this Wuta brush. Got a long while back. It was on Gumroad for free, so I thought let me get some free brushes. So this came as a pack of two, just two brushes. There's a lot of the oblong one. This is the square one. I much prefer using the square one. The oblong one I use it now and then, but never really found any extra use for it. I found the texture on it to be a bit too plain. Whereas this texture on this is perfect. There's something about it which I like, and I said to myself, this is the brush I'll use often because it's just so nice. I've got no problems with using it and letting the brush do the work. If that makes sense. Because right now I'm not too worried about the graininess. The graininess is actually added to the picture, so I don't have to worry about it. Very nice. Bit of a reddish there, just a bit of red. Then I'm gonna go over it again. So 1 hour 13 minutes recorded, so it's going good, it's going well. Please play time. Oh, I'll let Killer O know. Oh yeah, that reminds me. There's another game I want to check out. I should play. It's a demo. It's an alpha demo of a Happy something burger place. I might. If I play that, I need to think about this in terms of what to play. It's always my problem. Trying to think about what to play. Okay, resume again. So let's zoom out a bit. Let's look at nope. Let's zoom out a bit. There we go. Right. So my Fennec is still his head is still pretty wide. As you can see, it's a bit wide here. And I can probably keep mine as is, I think, but I can definitely change. There's something I can change when we get close to rendering. Yeah, definitely consider fixing this. Well, it's easy fixable anyway. up a bit more light. There we go. My Pikachu stream keeps starting and stopping. That's probably on the preview, I think, and on the actual stream itself. So, not really fussed about that anyway. I'll keep not going to bother worrying about that. As long as my local recording is what gets saved, that's what matters. So that's all good. It's all good. Very nice little Fennec. Oh. Just went a bit too far on the nose there. See, just easily. There we go. Trying to paint from a distance like this is incredibly difficult because I can't even see anything. It's like so tiny. So tiny. Just even started blending yet. We're still getting the overall thing to look right. So we are getting closer. We are getting close to getting to that stage now. So it's all warm values here and there just to had a bit of a warmish rim next. Like it looks like it's a bit of a warm. There we go. Cool. I think we're kind of getting there now. Kind of getting to that point where we can actually think about rendering this little fellow out, right? Because we got what we need. Right, so a little stretch. So I'll stop recording for a second. So I'll stop the recording on my side. A little stretch. Yeah. So one thing to note, I'm going to try and narrow the head a bit when I start rendering it out. Once the line work's done, I'll probably squeeze it in, and then yeah, it's looking good though. Yeah, the floor, I think I'll leave the floor as is. I think when it comes to painting it, when it comes to rendering, I think I don't need to touch it. It looks fine as it is. If I start messing with that, I think I'll ruin it. I'll ruin the texture of it by blending it. So I think the Fennec will need a bit of blending, but not too much. Not too much. I think given how simple this piece is, I think messing around with it would be a bad thing. Oops. There's a few windows there. Yeah, just close a few windows. Got so many windows open. There we go. Let me bring up Twitch dashboard. It's good to see the stats on the stream, like in terms of bit rate. I'm always concerned about the bit rate. And the 3, 4, 2, yeah, not bad, not bad. The quality's the quality coming through is really good as well. I was concerned about that. That was another thing I was like a bit iffy about, because I thought it would come out looking a bit weird, but yeah, it's coming out okay. It's coming out fine. Yeah, very good. I think I am ready to continue on this piece, I think. Cool. Right, so we need to make the face a bit more narrow, or the head a bit more narrow, should I say? So that can be done with the jip. By doing that, I think I can probably merge it. I can probably merge the thing down. That'll be the best course of action. I don't think you can do multiple. Can you do multiple? Let me just double check. Can we do multiple? No, you can't. That's a bit of a... Guess you can't. So I think I'll do it last. I think it looks more bright. I think this needs a bit more brightness. I think a bit more. There we go. It's better. More light there. There we go. So yeah, I'm gonna commit to this, and then what I can do is if I copy that, merge that down, boom, then I can continue on. Add oh no. What I want to do is, if I copy that, just gonna go. Maybe that could work, and then just erase what's behind there. Just there we go. Much better. Much better. Oop. Like that. Let's group that for a second. Just want to see the difference here. Yeah, perfect. Much better, isn't it? Like it. So we keep this one as a backup. Fennec 1, got it, Fennec 2. Fennec 2. Okay. We can probably get rid of that line thing. Don't need any more. We've got enough to we've got enough to work with now, so we can now really start to, you know, smashing in the little things we need, right? Nope. But I think that is yep. And that's Mr. Gallen sending me a message. I sent him a message just now saying, "Detonator, Gallen, watch out for the detonator." Like that. Hide that layer. Don't need any more. For this ear, I can probably just go. Oh, let me just check. Oh. I was right. Yes. I was right. I was right. Oh. Cool. I'm just looking at the picture overall here. It's looking good. It's looking very good from far anyway. Probably knock this down even more, I think. Just a bit more. There we go. Just really start bringing down that. Good at noses, you see, so I have to zoom in a bit there just to get that nose done properly. That. Just getting lost in this like little bits of blocking shapy things. So it looks more fun and same here as well. You see, it's more 20% here because it's more yellowy. Wash it down there. There we go. Cool. I think this is ready to paint. The paint, sorry, to render out. To render out. That's the right word. And then we can start fixing those little areas here as well. Right. The muzzle shape really tight. Shape of it's really soft and subtle. I don't want to ruin it, but that's not surround. That's I'm gonna flip it as well. Actually, I didn't even flip this piece when I made it, so let's flip it. Oh, there we go. Now you can see the deformities. Now we can see what's. It's actually not bad. It's not too bad. It would be worse. That ear is slightly more to the. Yeah. So that's 20%. I'm going to graze that down and then just use that as the. There we go. Kind of the thing there. Cool. Here we go. The eye needs to be a bit more darker as well. 1 hour 57 minutes. We've got about 30 minutes to go. I was promising I'll get this done. Dear oh dear. Meant to be, I think, maybe. Or is it? Picky about these things, you see? Picky. Also put on the dots, the whisker dots, but they can wait. That can wait. Get them. Spending more time just getting all these little bits, things accurately put in place. Yep. Nope. Right. Okay, next phase is the rendering. Let's get on with that. So rather than using this brush, I'm going to use the DG main as always to solve this problem, because it has a nice little texture as well. Does the trick, you know. So the focus is just on the fennec really. I don't think I need to work on the background. So yeah, let's get on with it. Oh. Probably still see that later. It just means I can just move the canvas a bit, zoom it around a bit. Right. Sit back on my chair a bit as well. It's sitting forward a bit too long. So yeah, after the stream, I'm probably just gonna hang out on Discord for a bit, as always, and probably work on some of the commissions. Oh, excuse me, commissions. of shadow from the floor as well into this. So it looks like it's actually part of it. Oh. Hmm. Slow that down a bit. Get some red in there as well. It's getting there. It's getting there. Have a look towards the side, I think, rather than towards the viewer, because it looks a bit weird. I like the idea of that. This stuff I don't really need to blend it. It's just more or less just keep it softened up, and then when it's ready, just add a detail over it, then job done, just like that. Got about gone past the 2-hour mark here, so should probably get close to wrapping this up soon. I don't think I'm gonna get it done in time. Maybe the background will be done, but not the overall piece though. So keep on going, that's what I'd say. Keep on going. See how far I get with the time limit. Worst case scenario is I can probably finish this next week, and then obviously by then I should be able to start the fox cub one, which also looks really nice. This side kind of follows in a bit because it's away. Same here as well. It's just this area here. Hmm. Getting close to ending our session here as well. It's got about 15 minutes to go. I didn't realize the time just goes so fast, and obviously it's midnight 15 here. So we're going to be ending at midnight 30. As much as I'd love to continue this on, but gotta trying to commit to that time, you know, of not streaming too long. But yeah, it's good progress. Good progress. This is very good progress. What's been made so far. So I'm pleased with what's happened. What I have here so far. Yeah. All the fluff and stuff will be detailed stuff. So don't have to worry about that. Maybe the last few things to do on top of this piece, if anything else. As always, I hope you enjoyed the session. If you're still watching, if you're lurking, that's fine. Sometimes lurking is sometimes I do that as well when I watch streamers. I don't really say much because I'm secretly working, but I'm just there to watch. So you're good to do that. That's fine. Yeah. No, excuse me. We pause the recording. So the recording has reached 1 hour 55. So just 2 hours. Just 2 hours I've managed to sketch it out, block it in, and start rendering it out. I think it's been a bit quicker because it's a pretty straightforward pose, and yeah, it's taking a bit longer because obviously I've been bantering on chat, so that's fine, and obviously talking on stream is also is perfect. It's part of what it is, isn't it? It's all part of streaming. Communication between folks. I do enjoy that. Okay, I think this kind of is ready to move on to painting. I think sorry, detailing. About let's say painting twice there. I was like, what are you talking about, Zod? What are you talking about? Makes sense of what you're talking about. So I think we can probably start a little bit of the detailing perhaps, and then call it time, or do the detailing on our next session. So many possibilities there what to do. Okay, I can start detailing now actually. Just make a new folder in here called detail. Detail. There we go. Call that the render. a detail one. So, because the best place to start off with is probably the body. Start with the body. Set to 100%. So it's all good now. Letting the pressure do all the work now. We've got about, got some time, so I'm just basically looking at the patterns and just making strokes where it matters. Yeah. But it's a bit of red here as well, just it's going to be dark. It's going to be a bit warm here, so we could start really bringing out this and black fur as well. Right. It's one of the patterns, the fur pattern. See, it's like a rather a roundish shape. Go up the butt, or the hips, thigh. So a bit of warm tint there, because looks at the edge. The ridges are kind of warm there. 2 hours 25. Got about 5 minutes to go. Then I have to end my session. Resume it next week. I think it's going to be a next weeky. I think my session's pretty quiet now, so I guess I don't need to raid anyone, so that should be fine for me to just pan out gracefully on tonight's session. So tomorrow, I don't know what I'll be playing. It'll be either Deep Rock, maybe Path of Exile, or yeah, I'm not sure what. Path of Exile would be fun. Let's see. Fluffy tail. Maybe a bit warmth. Yeah. So first here, a little bit further here, just to strike it down. There we go. Gives a bit more oomph, right? Okay. At the 2:30 mark, let's stop recording here. Oof. Made some progress. So it's just a face left to do. I think this is a good start, or good progress. 2 hours worth of painting. Fennec. What? There you go. Cool. Let's wrap up the session here. I'll be back tomorrow with some gamings. Yeah, some video gaming would be nice. I'm not sure what again. I'm thinking I'm verging more towards maybe Deep Rock or some form of RPG such as Path of Exile. I've got Call of Cthulhu, which is another game which someone gifted me, but that looks like a game that will probably require a lot of commitment. This is an RPG. I don't know much about it, but I'll have to look into that one. I'm not sure. Let me just. I don't know what else to try out. Oh, Alien Isolation will be another. I guess I could do an Alien Isolation run, but it won't be. I need to test that in VR actually. That even works in VR. If it works in VR, I'd be impressed. But excuse me, it'd be weird because I'd be like in here. I'll have to. I'll need to try and figure out how to play the VR game in via Twitch, but at the same time keep an eye on chat and everything. That's gonna be tricky. Unless there's a way, because obviously you need the controllers to show the screen, the desktop screen. There's no way to show it on the side, or I'll have to look into that. Maybe I'll have a chat with Mr. Gallen if he's about later today before I go to bed. See what he suggests. But yeah, anyway, I'm going to end my session here. Thanks for joining me, guys, as always. Like I said, I'll be back tomorrow for gaming, so if you want to join me for that, great. As for this piece, I'll probably be working on this Tuesday, maybe Tuesday? Yeah, Tuesday. Tuesday I'll finish this off and do some more figure drawing stuff. So yeah, if you don't see me tomorrow, I wish you all a lovely weekend, and as always, keep watching the skies, and I'll see you peeps tomorrow for some form of gaming. I don't know what, it might be, I don't know, I'll think of it, I'll think of something. So until then, see you guys later. Whoop.